Welcome once again to Footprint. My name is Samuel Tamensa. This is the second episode of our conversation with Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings. Welcome once again.
Previously on Footprints.
Yeah. So do you remember some of the lecturers in the Faculty of Arts at the time?
There was Dr. Glover.
That's Dr. Ablade Glover.
Ablade Glover. Yeah. There was Mr. Tay, Apote, I think he was called, or Apo Tay.
Yeah, okay.
There were three white guys. I can't remember the names now. There was a head of photography.
Okay.
And then the head of textile.
Okay. So at the time, BA Art was 4 years, right?
It was 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
And when you got there...
But you had to do it with English language.
Of course.
History of art.
Yeah.
And the history of whatever subject you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think history of graphics or whatever. Yeah.
So you met some of your old mates from Achimota School?
Those...
Not in the art faculty, but
at least one
on UST campus?
At the UST campus, yes, I met some.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's difficult for me to remember.
Because you're an athlete, so you'll be known like that. So Nana Konadu is here.
Hey!
Just watch baby.
I did meet a number of people. I'm trying to remember because of my close relationship with those who were in Legon because of sports.
Yeah.
Now, I'm kind of fussed in there whether they were in Legon or they were in Tech or Campus.
I can understand.
Because Bugri and all, Bugri was the best athlete in Achimota School. Right. But he was way ahead of me. When I was in Form 4, I think it was in Upper 6.
Oh, okay.
But I think he did either medicine.
Okay. So, Tech, what was life like in KNUST?
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
Fantastic.
Wow.
Well, I had never lived away from home. So there was, except for Achimota School, but your mom can come any day. Mm-hmm. And they were so strict in Achimota School.
So which year would this be?
Talking about
1970?
69. Okay. 69, 70 academic year.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah,
fresher.
Charlie. It was cool because never had I felt so much freedom. Where I can sleep when I want.
Now you're an adult.
Yeah. And of course, getting there the first time was a bit difficult because Tech is a huge compound, you know that.
Yeah.
And it was not easy
to navigate.
Yes. Yeah. But once you got it, you were okay. And the young men were more civil than those who were in Legon.
Yeah.
At the time, I don't know about now.
No, it's still the same. It's always the same.
They were.
KNUST, they all work, right?
Yeah. Oh, you went there, right?
I think so. I went there properly.
Okay. The reason why I'm saying that, if you got lost and you saw anybody, you could ask, I'm trying to get to this faculty or that hall, but I think I'm lost. They'll literally take you there and say, this is the place, and leave you.
I don't know if the men can say the same thing. And ask a woman, if you see a man, you ask for, even if he's going here, you say, oh, baby, I'll call the one. I'm
They were very polite and didn't insult ladies the way it was being done in Legon.
So, which were some of the halls in your time? Apart, of course, Africa
apart
was
from
there.
Africa Hall, even the top floor was empty.
You were in Africa Hall?
I was in Africa Hall.
Yeah.
We were only in Africa Hall.
The ladies?
There were not that many women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were not that many. There was Queen's Hall, Unity Hall,
Republic
Hall, University Hall, which was, I think, Katanga.
Katanga, yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it,
yeah. Wow. And you had friends in all the halls?
Yeah, but I didn't visit.
Yeah, but they were visiting you.
Yeah, they were visiting. That was fine.
Of course, that's the regular one, Charlie. See people trekking to Africa Hall as if there's a conference.
There was toffee sitting there for them to come and eat the toffee.
So you made new friends in Tech.
A lot.
Remember some of them?
Yes, Gudi Azu. Some of them have died and all that, but yeah.
I mean, those who became your very good friends.
My best friend was Sarah Dagger. She did pharmacy. And through her, because I was so asthmatic, through her, I controlled my asthma. Because she would tell me, this will not be good for you. Don't eat this one. Don't take this one. She helped me a lot.
Oh, wow.
And she's now Mrs. Honey.
Mrs. Honey?
Honey, in Cape Coast.
Wow.
She's still a pharmacist.
Oh.
Always looking young.
Well,
and
she's your friend, of course.
Yes, she is my friend. And some of them have died.
Yeah.
There were a number of Nigerians there as well.
Oh, okay.
Because they came to do engineering and architecture and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So, Faculty of Arts, Africa Hall, what kind of social activities were you involved in?
Unless it wasn't fun, I would be there. Anything that was fun.
Were you doing hall weeks at the time?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We were doing hall weeks because it was compulsory.
But Africa Hall Week was boring though. At the time when I was there.
You obviously went at a wrong time.
Yeah, I mean, Queens was it at the time.
Queens.
Yeah.
They were the Mumu people. Queens.
Well, we changed it actually. We changed it.
Okay.
And later, I heard the Republic Hall took over. So, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But, I mean, I remember when we got there, it was kind of dull.
Yeah.
And our year and the year after us,
correct,
we were the excitable ones. So we thought,
you brought life to the place.
Let's change things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a fashion show. And the older ones were like, what? No, we don't do that here. And we're like, no, we're going to have a fashion show. And the head of the JCR,
yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but she said, then you will organize it because some of us don't have time for this. And we said, okay, we'll do it. So she put us in a group and we organized it. And my goodness, that year we had so much money.
That's it.
All the guys came to watch the fashion show. And you pay to enter.
That's it. But how about, so first year, second year, in your third, you were involved in students' leadership, student politics?
Yes, from the
faculty
second year.
Or SRC?
No, SRC, and then later NUCS as well.
Okay, tell me about SRC. I found SRC very boring in university.
Well, maybe
NUCS, yes, but SRC I thought it was much ado about nothing. It was,
obviously, things were okay for you. Because there were things that students could get the vice chancellor to do in a very nice way without confrontation.
All right.
And a lot of students, for example, let me give you one example that actually helped students not to go out so much. Like having a nightclub on the compound so that students will not go to town, you know.
So you did that?
Yes.
Where was the nightclub?
The students' club, the nightclub.
Where was it located?
It was between the art faculty and Africa Hall.
Oh, yeah. The rural arts area. That's small
just before
corner.
you get to the rural art.
Yeah, that
there.
joint. Yeah.
And
actually did there. Yeah.
the vice chancellor said, well, if you can find an empty house, because some of the lecturers had moved to the newer places.
Oh, okay.
I'll have it renovated for a nightclub.
Hey.
Yeah.
So
we had a band. It was Dr. Evans Amfom.
Yeah.
He was very forward-looking.
Yeah. Very.
He was easy to deal with.
Yeah.
He was a listener.
Like that. Yeah,
he would advise us, and we would never do anything to disgrace him, because he gelled with us, and would treat us as his own children, and almost once every month he would invite us to his house.
Who's us? The executive?
The executive.
Okay.
Of the SRC.
Okay. So which office were you holding then?
I was holding the, first I was deputy secretary for the SRC, then I became the secretary to the SRC, then I became something else. I forgot what it was. Yeah.
Tell me, when you were deputy secretary, who was the SRC president?
It was PV Obing.
Oh, Paul Victor Obing.
Yes.
When you were deputy?
No, there was somebody there before PV.
Okay.
There was somebody, when I was secretary, PV was the president, yes.
Oh, okay. So you knew each other from school?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tech, yeah.
Okay, so we'll be taking a short break. And when we come back, it will still be Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings. This is Footprint.
This is Fact Finder from the BBC.
We live in a world where news travels fast, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate fact from fiction. Fact Finder brings fact-checking from the newsroom up close so you can separate truth from chaff. Be empowered to tell what's fake from what's real. Watch Fact Finder by the BBC on Citi TV every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Citi TV. It's your world.
Welcome back. This is Footprint. My name is Samuel Atamensa, and I'm here with Mrs. Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings, the former First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, still looking like she's 30 years old. And at times, Charlie, you see some people 25, Charlie, you see them say, hey, grandma, how are you? So, did you perchance, were you the one who brought him into the thing?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Or you drew him into it?
You know.
Kind of.
One time my husband asked me, don't you know any good engineers?
Yeah, man.
Who can help in something like that? I can't remember the details.
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
This is even before the June 4th time.
Okay. Oh, this is before 79?
Before 79.
Okay.
And then I said, yes, I knew some engineers, but what type of engineers do you want? He said mechanical, electrical, and something. I can't remember the third. And then I said, well, I have to ask one of my colleagues, because he is an engineer.
Yeah.
So he asked, where is he? I said, he's in Tema.
Mankwazi?
At that time, I didn't even say Mankwazi. I said, he's in Tema. So he said, what does he do in Tema? I said, I think it's in fishing or something. I didn't remember the Mankwazi. And he said I should contact him for him. So I did. And so I called him, you know,
that time,
those
yeah,
days.
Yeah.
I called him, and then he came to my, at that time, I was working with UTC.
Yeah, okay.
Came to the office, and I said, well, my husband wants to see you. I said, Ade. I said, no, he's looking for a good engineer. Because I think the Air Force had certain motorbikes, Motoguzi.
Yeah, Motoguzi back in the day, the brand Motoguzi.
Yeah, but they had not trained enough people to look after it. So
highly mechanical, yeah.
I think so. They were having problems. So I think he was looking for people who would help to fix the motorbikes, at least the ones for the Air Force, I think. And that's how I brought him in touch with PV. So after that, I mean, they were having their own life without me. What you? So he probably knew more of his politics
at the time
than I did.
Okay. Of course, you couldn't be bothered then. So apart from PV, who then became SRC president, who else?
There was also Abdullah, who came after. There was somebody before Abdullah, and then Abdullah came after the third person. The year that I was leaving, it was Abdullah who was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But some of the executives that you later on...
you know, when I was I became the substantive secretary. It meant that I was automatically on the NUCS.
Okay.
They don't vote for you. You are automatically on the NUCS.
That's a NUCS executive.
Yeah. With the NUCS,
national or local?
I was a deputy for NUCS.
Okay.
NUCS at the national level.
All right.
But on campus, I was the secretary.
All right.
And that then brought us into all kinds of problems as well. So
do you encounter any students rioting?
Why you want me to talk here?
No. I mean, it's how many years? 50 years?
Yeah, no. But, Yeah.
There were some students rioting.
Yeah, no,
Who were the notorious students?
Not rioting per se.
Agitations.
Yeah, some agitation. Because in tech, we never went on demonstration because of Ivan Samfom. We had a rapport.
Yeah.
There was always dialogue. And because there was dialogue, there was no confrontation.
Yeah.
Even Cape Coast University, that was a quiet university, they went on demonstration over something or other.
Wow.
You know, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But we never did. It was after we left that the younger ones, and also Ivan Samfom, I think, left, then the problems in tech started. So, but when I was a member of the NUGS, we had problems with the government because they said we had issued a statement and the secretaries, of course, had to sign.
And they came after you?
Well,
or they went after your father?
No, it has to be after the student. The student is old enough. They said we had written that they hadn't declared their assets. So they took us to Parliament and washed us down in Parliament.
Whoa.
I was late getting to Parliament, luckily. And so when they went in, they closed the door.
Students were invited physically to Parliament?
Yes.
Whoa, that would be scary.
And they said, okay, tell us what you are saying we should do. I was outside the Parliament House. I was very happy. But when they came out, they were like, they'd been drenched in water. And I think a few days later, so we went back to tech. Okay. A few days later,
so apart from PV or Bing, are there any other...
Kantamaklo and all these other people were there.
No, I'm saying who later on in life became part of your politics, if I should say.
There were not of Sarah Mensah.
Kwame Sarah Mensah.
Yeah, Sarah Mensah was a student leader.
So he was also there within the period you were there?
Yeah, Sarah was there the period I was there. My mind is not...
No,
I can't remember the names.
Yeah. Good. So finally you had to leave tech. Now, what did you learn from KNUST? What did you take out of KNUST? Well, I flip this question all the time. If you had the opportunity as a young lady to go back to KNUST, would you be happy going back?
I don't know how it is like now.
No, forget about how it is like now.
If you were still the same, yes, I would.
You love it?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about it. What was it?
There was a certain serene atmosphere in the university.
That they still have?
They still have, right?
Oh, beautiful.
And because of the technical subjects, people were busy.
Very busy, man.
Everybody was busy, not getting themselves involved in, let me just put it in quotes, unnecessary things. And you wanted to be the best so that you can live as one of the best.
Yeah.
Because the opportunities there were such that even as you're doing your academic work, you had the opportunity to be in theater, for example, which was directed by lecturers.
Wow.
You had the opportunity to be...
You didn't have performing arts there, but you had theater.
Theater.
Wow.
When you are acting.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So I joined the theater group. There were different disciplines of sports, including swimming, which...
Oh, so you took your sports thing to KNUST too?
Yeah, I was running for the school, for the university. I was playing tennis for the university. And of course, those days we had the inter-university games.
Yeah.
West African University Games. If it's not in Ghana, it's in Sierra Leone or Gambia or
Nigeria. Ibadan.
Yeah,
Lagos,
it was fantastic.
Wow. So you're doing all the travels with...
Yeah, it was nice. Ghana Airways would take us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we'd come back with medals, and Ghana would be very proud to take pictures of that. It was good.
Wow.
Yeah. So there was a certain discipline I liked in tech. Discipline and also a direction.
Right.
Because you could only fall out of line so much.
Yeah.
Not excessively out of line. So it helped, for me anyway, to shape me and guide me, even as I had very strict parents at home.
Okay. So when you were getting out of KNUST, what career plans did you have?
Because I was going to do architecture, I had my mind fixed on wanting to do interior designing after I qualify as an architect. But I didn't do it. So I decided to do interior decorating.
Okay.
But you need to either just use common sense or you go to school for it. So I decided to take a course in interior decorating, and I got a place in London School of something like that.
Yeah, those small schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do a long course. It was like a 6-month course.
Yeah. Well,
Then I came back, and started working with UTC.
Okay. That's the head office, the proper UTC building.
Proper UTC, the head office. I was doing all their windows, the designs in the shop, the shopping areas.
It means you got very busy during Christmas.
I was very busy. Christmas time, we make all the Christmas things. You remember,
as a kid,
with
man.
all the lights.
Yeah.
And they come and stand outside and say, "Hey, you Petechwe, you only." It's a woman. It's a woman doing it.
Yeah.
And somebody said, "No, it's a man. He just looks small." I mean, you only. Come on.
If not fair, if you're a lab, I feel.
So I got into that, but my dad had really wanted me to go back to tech to do the masters, because he said that if you do the teaching assistance program, it puts you a step ahead of anything else you want to do. Okay. So, but I was a bit stubborn.
You wanted money, man.
I'm not even sure what the money. I was living in my parents' home. Yeah, I mean, you don't buy food. He puts petrol in your car. He is giving you the car. So it wasn't so much the money as the independence.
Yeah.
Some level of independence. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that's where you worked for how long?
I worked in UTC till my first child was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From 1977 maybe, or 6, maybe earlier, I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
so then you were there for a while.
I was, because I was doing their shops, and from region to region. Then they had shops in almost every region. It was nice to be in Takoradi, because they had the...
Tell me, was UTC owned by UAC?
No.
Okay.
UTC was different. UTC was the Union Trading Company, which was a Swiss company from Basel.
So how about Kingsway? How's the Kingsway connected to
Kingsway belongs to UAC.
Okay, that's what I was trying to...
UAC, United, you know.
Because I saw Kingsway as a competitor to UTC. Yeah. They were a bit more stylish.
UTC or Kingsway? Kingsway.
But smaller.
They were smaller, but had the opportunity of Marks and Spencer's bringing their things to come and sell in Ghana.
In UTC?
No. In Kingsway.
Okay.
So, and the Swiss company was linked to Yermoli.
Okay.
Which was in Zurich, and they were supplying things to UTC to sell also. So there was a lot of competition.
Oh yeah. And then the Indians too did their own thing with the Chelarams and the Chandirams and the Glamour and
you know.
And they were taken away from you small,
Opa.
with Mami Glamour seated in front of.
Oh, you remember the Mami Glamour?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, so you're sorry I haven't mentioned the name. I'm just too excited. So if you are listening on radio, you've been listening to Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings, and this is Footprint. We'll take a short break. We'll come back and then we'll be rounding up. Thanks for staying.
This is Fact Finder from the BBC.
We live in a world where news travels fast, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate fact from fiction. Fact Finder brings fact-checking from the newsroom up close so you can separate truth from chaff. Be empowered to tell what's fake from what's real. Watch Fact Finder by the BBC on Citi TV every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Citi TV. It's your world.
Welcome back. This is Footprint. My name is Samuel Atamensa, and I'm here with Mrs. Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings, the former First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. You have done amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, so KNUST, out of KNUST, and students' leadership. Would you have anything to say about how you linked students' leadership to your women's advocacy? Because women's advocacy, you defined the limits in many ways. I mean, people can disagree, but it's your own matter.
Yes.
But this is the benchmark. So let's see how others will come up to it. So do you link that to your students' leadership thing? Or that your mother taught you at home?
I think that it was a two-pronged thing. In the home, from childhood, you are either a brownie, or you are a girl guide, or you are in Red Cross, or something. So they are always making you do something. Activity that then encourages you to get into a certain leadership position and to help others. Having said that, when I was in the KNUST, I took interest in a lot of things. And I believe that it was not just my home training, but it was also school training from Achimota School, maybe from Ghana International as well, because I did a lot of activities in Ghana International School. I was a gymnast, I was this, I was that.
Gymnast?
Yeah. I was a ballet dancer, I was a... So...
Wow.
When I turned somersaults into the swimming pool, my grandchildren, I was like, come on. Why
you somersault into the pool?
Okay, yes, I do. So they're like, you scared us. I said, what do you mean I scared you? I'll just get into the pool. You can somersault into the pool. I said, of course I can.
Wow.
So I think all the activities kind of...
shaped you.
Yeah, shaped me in a certain way. And so I think the leadership in the university just cupped it for me. Yeah,
Triggered
gave me the
whole
last
thing.
punch.
Wow.
Now, after I got married, with all the difficulties and so on, one learned to be independent of the economic malaise, because you have to find ways of surviving. And also, I would say, with the kind of upbringing that I got also from home, not a dependent one, but being pretty independent. Not because they're allowing you to go where you want to go, because my mom would never allow you. Even when we go to parties, and we tell her that the party is closing at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, she's standing there with her car. She's waiting to take you home. And Mrs. Ayensu is like, Auntie Felicia, it's me. It's I am.
And you're
Also, and my mom with 10 minutes. That kind of behavior. She would not go beyond the time you say she should pick her children. So we had a certain regimental upbringing, which never really left me.
Okay.
So when my husband became the head of state, literally the government was like I didn't exist.
Yeah.
I had 2 children then. First with the AFRC time, it was not really a government, I would say. But the PNDC time, they behaved like I didn't exist. It was a loan kind of thing. Yeah. So I decided that, you are in a place at a particular time, once in a lifetime. Are you going to sit down and just do nothing? Or do something that will make it profitable? Not in terms of monetary terms.
Not at all.
No, but in terms of just doing what is right.
Value,
do. Yeah. So I decided that I was going to
shake the women.
Work with the women and change the livelihoods. That's how mine had been changed.
Look, I am way younger, but from where I sit, it was like a first, right?
Yeah.
Because most first ladies prior were more ceremonial, if you like. You know, when the event is happening,
Then they're there.
no my shepe.
What you?
Shepe. But your husband was wearing the military overall, and you were also, moving with the woman, and what was the vision with the women's advocacy thing?
Well, the vision was to kind of bring them along with the revolution, because I saw it as an opening when they kept saying that everybody must be part of decision making.
Correct, yeah.
At the time we were, I think, 51% of the population. Today I think we are 53.
Mm-hmm.
And if 51% of the population is not sitting back, the 40-something cannot claim to be doing, what they say they're going to do. So why don't we bring the women on board to be part of this participatory democratic system that they say is, open to everybody?
Yeah.
But there was this hindrance of, even if you ask somebody...
But at that time, you didn't have money to do all these things.
Oh, it was not money.
No, I'm not talking about earning money. I'm talking about money to get the work done, because the government didn't have any budget for it.
Well, they still didn't support me in any way. Till I left, nobody supported me. It was. I shouldn't say nobody, because I went out to look for support.
Yeah.
I got support from the Russians, the Soviet Union then.
At the time, yeah.
I got support from the Chinese, the Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, and even Belgians.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Austrians.
Mm-hmm.
So there were certain NGOs that kind of helped me with things, little things. And then it got bigger and bigger, and until one day one of the donors was like, "Mrs. Rawlings, you are so shameless when you are looking for something for your country." I said, "Oh yes, indeed I am. I'm very shameless when I need it for my country." And he just burst out laughing because he said, "You've asked me 3 times. I've given you the answer, but you are pressing on the same issue."
Well, there's a need.
Yeah, I got it.
Do you miss being first lady?
No.
Not miss as in you want to go back. But do you have memories?
Good and bad.
I can imagine.
Good and bad.
Is it a lonely place?
It depends on how you look at it. Yeah. I was too busy to be lonely.
Lonely in terms of
not seeing your husband or...
Oh, no. As in, you are always
can't do what you want
to take the hard decisions.
Yeah.
Or you always had collaboration from your colleagues?
Who are the colleagues? Those I was working with?
Yes.
Okay, everybody had a job they were doing somewhere, with the exception of a few people.
Mm-hmm. Who are some of them again?
In
the team that you're working with.
It was a big team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have architects in there. You have other people. It was a big team.
Wow.
And not everybody was working full time.
Oh, yeah.
They'll come maybe 1 hour in a week.
Like I'm saying, that time money was never the issue.
No.
But now, even
maybe for some of them it was money because they were working somewhere else.
Really?
But there was no
I'll tell you what.
money in
we were
the
in school. A lot of your secretaries at the time were our teachers in school.
Oh.
Yawa Krisi Sapon was my teacher.
Really?
Yes, he was teaching
He's
us chemistry.
Old?
Yes.
Oh.
He was still...
He was teaching?
He was teaching. At the time, he was 28, 29.
Okay.
He was teaching chemistry.
Okay.
And he was one of our best teachers.
To be revolutionary.
No, he was still a secretary.
Oh, okay.
He comes to teach and goes to the castle.
And then goes to be the Secretary of State.
And never took anything. I
mean, there was no money involved.
But today, you go and sit down for meeting, and when you finish, they put envelope down.
No. There was nothing like that.
Wow.
It was nothing. No, it was more of a very voluntary and selfless.
And the passion was there.
It was passion.
Yeah.
It was passionate. And those who were not passionate enough did not work
yeah.
with me all the time. They will have their own place they are working and pop their heads in maybe once a week to see if there's something there. You know. So, but those who were there all the time, some of them were just on secondment.
Oh, okay.
And would help me with my project proposals and so on, help me to draft documents. And there were others who came through and got positions and disappeared. You know, they became visible and got positions and disappeared, and so on and so forth. So
it's part of the growing up.
It's part of human behavior, I'll say.
Well, I remember when you moved your office to Ridge, the corner there.
Yeah.
I used to come and set up your computers for you.
You're kidding me, right?
I was a young IT person with Mrs. Hazel, who was your office manager at the time. Now, this is me with a big stomach. Can you imagine?
Were you that thin guy who used to come there?
The thin guy. This is national television.
How did it become? Tell me what I should eat.
No, it's not about eating. As you ask my mother and her family people, everybody is big.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still in touch with Mrs. Hazel, and it's been wonderful. You know, so, but KNUST is 70 years. Any message for them?
Well, I would say that most of the engineers that from the time KNUST was set up passed through the university, held the country up.
That's correct.
They should not let it go. I am excited about the TVET programs because it's something that I have tried to do on a number of occasions. I had about 5 or so different schools.
You're working with?
Yes, that I'm working at.
Okay.
Yeah, constructions and all that done.
Wow.
But it looked like people were not taking it seriously. But if you look at all the countries that have progressed,
Germany in particular,
Germany, Switzerland, Japan, if you haven't done TVET, you can't even get into the university at all. But here, we sometimes behave as if once you finish your SSS, you should enter the university.
Otherwise, you have failed.
No, but if everybody enters the university, then that's why we are bringing Togolese to paint our walls and to do the
well, not in a derogatory manner, please. Not in a derogatory manner.
No,
but that's to say that we always bring foreigners to come and do the work that we could have done.
Things that we could have done, things we used to do ourselves.
That's correct.
So you have a situation where you don't have technical. Look, when let me just digress a bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
When my children grew older and started doing the JSS system, I stopped calling electricians to come and fix my plug. Because the first time I said, oh, my plug is worrying me, let me go and call this electrician. Sunday was like, no, Mommy, I can do it. I said, oh, I'm dreaming. I said, Mommy, I can do it.
Our MP.
and then her sister said, Mommy, but we can't do it. Okay, come and show me how to do it. I'm going to buy the plug. You will change it. They said, of course we will change it. And I bought it and they changed it. I said, hey, things are changing.
Yeah.
And then we had tap leaking. They said, Mom, we just get a year and they were fixing things in the house. So my position is, when it was working for us as a nation, well, for me, it was working for me in my house because my children had done the GSS and were in SS, the others were also in the GSS system. And I saw the changes, things that I didn't know at their age, they knew. I thought, oh, this country is going to be fantastic. Then suddenly there was this whirlwind, cancelling this, cancelling that, changing it back to academia. I said, we are not thinking. Why did I say that? Because we just had to go to some of the successful countries and ask them, how did you do it?
Copy and paste.
Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, Japan, go to them and others. How did you do it? And they'll tell you, after the child finishes a certain level, let them start with, skills. So if you ask me about TVET, it is my passion.
And KNUST was a foundation.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
And I hope it continues.
We
For
all
me,
hope so.
I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to say it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
If we do not have a university that tackles the scientific and technological aspects of our country's development,
we are in trouble.
Forget it.
We are in trouble. We are in trouble.
Because that's
so
what
what's your
tech was
message to
supposed to do.
KNUST?
Please go back.
KNUST, go back to technical.
There are enough universities doing arts and I don't know what they call them these days. Everybody who comes to my office, they'll tell you the humanities. And I ask them, what is that?
Yeah, I get it.
They can't even explain it to me.
Yeah. So that's the message for KNUST. Go back to technical or concentrate on your technical education.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't add a word
scientific,
to this. Yes.
You know, architectural, engineering, even the lower levels of the
technician courses. Yeah. I mean, what I call the universitization of the polytechnics. All polytechnics were turned to universities, and we lost it there
That's
again.
It. I thought it was the.
We lost it again.
Okay, I was going to say we didn't think it out properly. I was going to use another word, but we didn't think it out. How do you turn polytechnics into universities? No.
And leave it at that.
Then you want to collapse your country.
Yes. And
if you do that, you collapse a country.
That's what we are saying.
Yeah.
But hey, Mrs. Agyeman Rawlings, thank you so much.
You were a young guy. Wow. But you were thinner than I was.
No, I was very thin. Now I'll show the picture on screen, and you know, last week I showed the picture to one of my colleagues. They said, "But this one looks like Bernard Able." I said, "Yeah, that's." But Bernard won't be fat like me. It's a family thing. Bernard, thank you so much for your time. We are so grateful.
I hope we covered the things that you wanted to talk about.
Oh, yes. This is exactly what we're, you know. So KNUST 70, KNUST, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And for all those who went through KNUST and those yet too, we wish you well.
All the best.
It's been Footprint with Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings. Thanks for joining us. My name is Samuel Atamensa. See you next week.